Who's the Anunnaki? Who's the
The
Anunnaki?
Anunnaki is a generalized term. It really is a term for people who are coming from another place, another planet. So you have the Nomos, according to the Dogon tribe in Mali, Africa. They were the original people that lived in the land of Kem. They then migrated out after Kem got overthrown. They left and went to Mali, Africa. But they were visited by the Nomos from Sirius B. This is well documented history. That's the Anunnaki race. You have Anunnaki that have come down from the Orion. You have Anunnaki that have come down from the Pleiades. You have Anunnaki that have come here from Nibiru, according to the Enuma Elish. So it's various different places that these beings are coming from, and the reason why they're coming from all these different star systems, if you look real ancient, you'll discover that there was an ancient war in the Pleiadian star cluster. It's mentioned even in the Bible, the Seven Sisters. I forgot the name of the book. Illard's. There's a book about it as well, but it's a Greek book. But it'll come back to me in a second. Homer's Iliad. You can look that up as well.
I'm
but
sorry,
this
brother.
galactic war,
Let me.
you can look it up. There was a galactic war in the Pleiadian star cluster. This galactic war, they had these planet-sized weapons, these Brahma weapons that would destroy planets. When you have that happen, you have a lot of massive debris, like we had in our solar system when Tiamat exploded and became the asteroid belt. People had to clear out of here for a while. So these refugees were fleeing out of the Pleiades and going to the Orion, going to the Sirius star system, and various other star systems. Some ended up, in my opinion, crash landing on this Nibiru planet, which orbits a brown dwarf star, which we being the space agencies have just discovered it now, 2 years ago. They've named it Planet 9. It's inside of our solar. It's a captured solar system in our solar system, just outside the orbit of Pluto, but inside the inner Oort cloud. They're calling it the inner Oort cloud region, and it orbits our sun every 4,200 years. Very similar to what the ancient text already says. So they've already discovered it and and now it's going into the history book. So it's not like a myth anymore. Man. But the thing is, so these wars is what spread these beings all over the star systems, and then they began to visit this solar system because there's a lot of resources here that were literally untapped. And I believe that when they got to Earth, they discovered that we were here as various different types of hominids, and our bones of our cousins have been found all over this planet. But that we were more in tune, more advanced spiritually, not technologically. And we had bigger brains, in my opinion, bigger pineal glands. All of our DNA was connected, no junk DNA. Probably can even speak telepathically. We're more in tune with the human resonant frequency of the planet and everything else. They genetically modified us and turned us into a worker slave race, Homo sapiens sapien. They didn't make human beings. They didn't say, I'm going to make a human being from dust. They literally took an egg out of an existing hominid, cleaned out the genetic material, added some of the genetic material from themselves, reinserted it back into one of the Anunnaki females, who then took it on 10-month term and gave birth to the first Adamu, which is a well-documented cylinder scroll that's at the British Museum in England. And she holds him up and she says, my hands have created it. But what it is a genetically modified hominid turned into a Homo sapien. So it's a really big story. But these are the beings that came in. They're called the Anunnaki. You can call them also the Atlanteans. They reference themselves as the sons of Atlantis. The Sumerians call them the Anunnaki. The Bible calls them the Anak. So it's well documented throughout history.